Hey guys, Bryan Perez with Carolina Homes Connection, licensed in North and South Carolina. Look at how beautiful this is. This is my morning routine with Apollo. Apollo is my pooch, our family pooch. And guys, I want to share some information with you that'll probably help somebody out there. I was having a conversation with one of my seller clients, and I was telling him about like most people out there, like most sellers out there who are thinking about selling, they're just waiting for the right time. I have conversations with people every day, sellers and buyers, about buying and selling, and the main thing that I've been hearing lately from sellers, potential future sellers, is, Bryan, how am I going to go from a 3.5% interest rate to a 6.5% interest rate? You know, now they're closer to 6, and I foresee them going lower and lower. And as they go lower and lower, and that's part of the reason why I'm making this video, is you're going to start seeing more homes on the market, and the more homes in the market, being a seller, the more competition that you're going to have. And so I wanted to share this information with you because I was having a conversation with a potential seller, future seller / client of mine. We're going to be putting their house on the market here in the near future, but first we need to do some updates to the home. And guys, if you know anyone that needs their house updated, but they just don't want to tap into their cash reserves, they don't want to tap into their cash flow, they don't want to sell any stocks. Who wants to sell stocks right now when the S&P 500 is pretty much at its all-time highest? And so who wants to touch that? Who wants to touch their 401k, right? So who wants to get a home equity line of credit right now? Now, when they're lower rates, the Fed funds rate, then that's a different story. But guys, I want to share this program with you because, again, it may help somebody out there. So we, CHC, have a list to sell program. So for example, let's say you need fresh paint, new carpet, you need your deck restained, you need a power wash. In other words, we need to get your house ready to sell for the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of headaches, and you know, things that are gonna pretty much pass through the home inspection. Because a lot of times what I see is when the home inspection comes up and the agent hasn't had that conversation with their seller client, or even the buyer's agent hasn't had that conversation with their buyer client, and all those repairs come up and the seller doesn't want to budge, the buyer doesn't want to budge, that could be a deal breaker. It actually is a deal breaker. I was talking to somebody the other day who withdrew their house from the market because something came up with the roof. He ended up fixing it the next day, and the buyer wanted a discount and he wouldn't budge because he felt that he had already taken care of that. So if those conversations would have been discussed up front, then the perception would have been changed, and I believe that deal would have been kept together. But guys, list to sell program. So what CHC will do, what we're going to be doing for this seller client of ours, is we already have our vetted contractors who we've been using. They paint, they do flooring, they do plumbing, they do siding, they do landscaping, you name it, and they do phenomenal work. They'll go in there, look at your house, they'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get it list ready. Because guys, at the end of the day, in this type of market, people just want to go in there and hang up their clothes. And if the house is priced right and it shows well, it's going to sell pretty quickly. People don't want to do any work unless you're dealing with investors, and when you're dealing with investors, they want to nickel and dime you. So like, let's say our contractor goes in there. He's independent. He doesn't work for us. And he says, hey, you know what, you need a paint job, you need carpet, you need siding, you need a power wash, you need landscaping updated, it's going to be roughly around $15,000 to go ahead and do that. Well, guess what? CHC will pay them up front. They will do the work, get your house ready for you. At closing, you pay CHC that $15,000 plus a 10% fee that they charge for a total of $16,500. Guys, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. You don't have to tap into your funds. It comes out of your proceeds. And guys, after all, the money that you're getting, if you've been living in that house 2 out of the last 5 years and you're single, $250,000 of it is tax-free. $500,000 of it, if you're married, is tax-free. So you're actually paying that with tax-free money, most likely, in most cases. So, guys, if you know of anyone in that situation, I would love to meet with them, help them, because I know that we can help them. And guys, make it an amazing day. If you're sitting on the sidelines just waiting to buy or sell, you want to get educated on what's going on in the market, give me a call, 702-469-1947. Again, Bryan Perez with Carolina Homes Connection, licensed in South and North Carolina. Make it an amazing day, man. I feel like I'm in the jungle right now. It's so humid. See ya. Bye.